Okay, so today we're going to be making homemade broad tips, and we're going to be using a razor blade for the broad tip and the connective parts to the tent poles that go to a regular, carbon fiber tent rods.
So here is the parts that goes to a tent rod. On one end you'd have, tent rod going that way, and tent rod going that way, and then you'd have the little elastic bullshit that keeps it together. And then here's our razor blade. I've got this broadhead cut out, so I'm essentially going to try and make 3 out of them. So broadhead here, smaller broadhead there, and then broadhead there.
Now we use Dremel and we cut in them out. Sweet stash. Okay, so the pieces were cut, and I went ahead and just finished it. But so you're gonna cut that piece that you had of the tent pole keeper, cut it in half, and then once you've cut your razor blades into specks like that, you'll be able to. Okay, you'll slot them in together like that. Okay, sorry for the piss poor light. Then you'll take whatever. I got these sweet little clamps, so I can kind of just clamp them in real tight, almost like a rivet. And essentially this will be a finished product. Each side is clamped in. It's pretty secure, man. It's not really going anywhere. And if it does, well, I mean, even regular airheads fucking break off and snap. So this is very secure. And then you just slot the other end on a 5/16. It's about 5/16 dowel rod. You want to get a hickory dowel rod. Don't get that bullshit from Walmart because it's super fucking light. But also with this small game broadhead, the other advantage is it's heavy a little bit. It's heavier than normal on the end. So not only will it act as going in to kill the game, but it'll also kind of the weight of the arrow should really have a good blunt impact, a very good impact on it as well. So kind of the best of both worlds in theory. I don't fucking know. We'll see. So one thing to mention that I did screw up and didn't foresee. So when you make the tip of not the tip, but the back end of the broadhead piece. So this is the first one. I cut it too thin, right? I cut it way too thin. I knew this wasn't gonna work, so I made another one that was about twice the thickness of this little back end part that goes into the shaft. To be honest with you, you could probably go 3 times that thickness, because once you flatten this piece down, it gets wider, obviously. So the more of a base that it's got to connect and stay with, just the better results you're going to have, the more secure it's going to be. So keep that in mind. Obviously, you could probably make it this is a nut hair wider than 5/16. Basically 5/16. So you can make it that size completely, and when you go to flatten it, it's going to open up and allow you to slot it in there, and then it'll be very secure. So that's a good idea. And then we're just gonna go ahead and put this on the end of the arrow shaft that I got, the dowel rod, and try to get some shots in tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Peace.